Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our Behavior Basics lesson for our short week. And this week we're going to talk about how to line up. Okay? So this is especially important when we're at school. But again, these are things that we can start working on before we get to school. Okay? So we're going to talk about how to line up. First, let's go over our rules. Rule number 1, our mouth is quiet. Rule number 2, our eyes are looking. Rule number 3, my hands and feet are to myself. My body is still. Rule number 4, our ears are listening. And rule number 5, if you have a question or you need help, raise your hand. Okay? So remember our rules. They're very important. As we finish, as we go through our lesson, we're going to read our story, and then we're going to have our discussion questions at the end, okay? So remember, first we read our story, and then we have our discussions, okay? All right, so first story, how to line up, okay? When I'm at school, we go to a lot of different places. When we walk, we need to follow the rules for safety. Rule number 1, mouth is quiet. I don't want to disrupt any other students when they are learning. So when we're walking outside in the hallway and we go past other classrooms, we keep our mouth quiet so that we don't get in the way of anybody else learning in their classrooms. Rule number 2 is hands are at your side at all times. So you keep your hands down and on at your side all times so that you're not swinging them or moving them or smacking anybody or grabbing at things. You keep your hands down at your sides. You see her hands are very nicely kept at her sides. When I am walking, I will not swing my arms to hit friends in front or behind me. It's not very nice, is it? Keep your hands at your sides. Rule number 3 is eyes are forward. I will always keep my eyes looking forward so that I don't walk into anyone. So we have to keep our eyes looking forward because that's the way we're walking, right? We don't bump into anybody. Rule 4 is follow the person ahead of you. When you are walking in a line, it's important to stay single file. So you stay right behind the person that's in front of you. And if you're the line leader, you just stay where you're at. You don't move. You just stay where you're at because then everybody follows right behind you. Okay? So just stay where you're at, follow the person in front of you. Okay? The last rule is no running in line. If you're staying behind the person in front of you, then you're not running, right? You're staying right behind them. You stay right where you're at and you walk, walking feet. Okay? No running in the hallways. I will wait my turn to be the line leader. Oh, here's the line leader part. So if you're the line leader, you go follow me. If I remember these 5 simple rules while I'm in line, it will help keep everyone safe. Yeah. And safety is our number one thing when we're at school, right? We want to keep everybody safe so nobody gets hurt. We don't swing our arms and hit people. We stay right behind them. Okay, so let's go to our discussion questions. Okay, here is our story with all of our pictures, just really little, okay? So you can try and follow along if you want. But question number 1, do you always get to be at the front of the line? And remember, if it's a yes, you say thumbs up. If it's a no, we say thumbs down. Okay, so Do you always get to be at the front of the line? No, we don't always get to be in the front of the line. We take turns, remember? We have our classroom jobs and we get to be taking turns of who gets to be the line leader. Okay? So no, we don't always get to be at the front of the line. All right. Question number 2. Can you run in line? When we're in line and we're walking in the hallways, can you run? No, that's not safe, is it? That's not safe. Not at all. Will you disrupt the other classes if you're talking in line when walking by the other classrooms? Will you disrupt students in the classrooms while you're talking in line, walking in the hallway? Yes. We need to keep our mouths quiet. Remember, rule number 1, our mouth is quiet. We always keep our mouths quiet, especially so we don't disrupt anybody learning, okay? So we don't make noises, we don't talk, we just keep our mouths quiet. Yeah. Okay, question number 4. Do your eyes look forward when in a line? Or do they look over here? Or do they look up? Or do they look over here? Or do they look behind us? Where do our eyes look while we're walking in a line? They're looking forward. They're looking at where we go. So our eyes look forward when we're walking in a line. Yes. Good job. Okay. Can you swing your arms when you're in line? No, that's not safe. You might hit somebody, right? We don't swing our arms when we're walking in line. We don't want to hit anybody. That would be very unsafe. Or we could hit ourselves on a wall. We could hit our hand and that might hurt. It's not safe. So no, we do not swing our arms while we're walking in line. Question number 6. Do you walk in a line when going to places at school? We walk in lines when we go to places at school. We don't go in big mobs of groups of people. We go in a single file line because then that way, if there's other classrooms that have to come in the hallway, they can stay on their side and we can stay on our side. And then everybody is super safe. Okay, so we walk in a super line. So we walk in a straight line when we're going places at school. Yes. Will you get a turn to be the line leader? Yeah, everybody will have a turn to be a line leader at some point. So you just have to wait your turn, okay? Yes, you'll get your turn. I promise. Can you talk in line? Do you talk in line? No, we don't talk in line because then we're going to disrupt everybody in their classrooms, right? We don't talk in line. No, no, we don't. Do we walk in a single file line? Yes, we do. You follow the person right behind you and you walk right behind them and you don't move over, you don't go to a different side, you don't hang on things on the walls, you walk right behind them with your arms right at your sides, right? Okay. Question number 10, last question. Can you push the person in front of you while in line? Can you push the person in front of you while you're in line? No, that's not safe at all, is it? No. We do not push people in line while we're walking in the hallway. It's not very safe. So no, do not push anybody in line. Okay? All right, boys and girls. Well, that is our behavior basics lesson about how to line up and how to go through the school when we're in line. Okay? So if you have any questions, you let mom or dad know and they can ask me. And if not, have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you again with our News to You lesson.